The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. While most are common and only worth face value, a few rare ones can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These valuable coins stand out due to mint errors, limited production, or rare metal content. Finding one can feel like striking gold. Here are the top 6 high-value Washington quarters that collectors and treasure hunters are always searching for. Let's go to start 1. The most valuable 1965 quarter is the one that was made by mistake on a silver coin blank. Even though 1965 quarters were supposed to be made without silver, a few were accidentally struck using the leftover silver blanks from 1964. These coins are now called silver error quarters or transitional errors. They are very rare and hard to find. If you are lucky enough to have one of these, it could be worth over $7,000, and sometimes even more, depending on the condition of the coin. Some of these silver error quarters have sold at auctions for more than $10,000. So how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of these rare silver ones? First, you can check the edge of the coin. Most 1965 quarters have a copper-colored line on the edge. That's because they are made of copper and nickel. But if your 1965 quarter has a solid silver edge, that's a good sign it might be made of silver. Another way to check is by using a small digital scale. A regular 1965 quarter made of copper and nickel should weigh about 5.67 grams. But a silver one will weigh around 6.25 grams. That's a small difference, but it's very important. You can also drop the coin gently on a hard surface and listen to the sound. Silver coins make a higher ringing sound compared to regular quarters, which sound duller. If your coin rings like a bell, it could be silver. Just make sure not to damage it when testing. There are also other types of rare 1965 quarters that are valuable. Some were made using the wrong kind of coin blank. For example, a few 1965 quarters were struck on dime blanks. These coins will look smaller than normal and weigh less. Others may have been struck on blanks meant for foreign coins. These kinds of mistakes are very interesting to collectors, and they can also be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on how rare the mistake is. Condition is another big factor in a coin's value. Most 1965 quarters were used in daily life, so they are worn and scratched. But if you find a 1965 quarter that looks brand new and shiny, it might be worth a lot more. Coins in perfect condition are called mint state coins. Grading companies like pcgs and NGC can give a coin a grade based on how nice it looks. If your 1965 quarter is graded MS67 or higher, it could be worth over $1,000. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. The top grades are very rare, and collectors are willing to pay a lot for them. Sometimes coins also have something called a double die error. This means the coin was struck twice by mistake, making some letters or numbers look doubled. These types of errors are not very common on the 1965 quarter, but they do exist. If you see any doubling on the words like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," it might be a double die. These coins can be worth more than face value too, especially if the error is easy to see. The best part is you don't have to go to a coin store to find these valuable quarters. You can look for them in your own change, in old jars of coins, or even ask friends and family if they have old quarters they don't want. Some collectors also go to the bank and get rolls of quarters to search through. This is called coin roll hunting, and many people have found rare coins this way. You never know when you might come across a special 1965 quarter that someone else missed. If you think you have a rare or valuable coin, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Instead, keep it safe and consider sending it to a grading company for professional advice. They will look at the coin, give it a grade, and tell you how much it might be worth. Once your coin is graded, it's easier to sell it at a fair price. You can list it on auction sites like eBay or sell it through coin dealers. Some coin shops might even offer you cash if they're interested. To check if your coin is valuable, you'll need a few simple tools. A small digital scale can help you weigh the coin to see if it might be silver. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe will help you look closely at the coin for any errors or small details. A flashlight can help you check the edge and surface of the coin for wear or signs of a rare strike. These tools don't cost much and can really help you spot something special. In short, most 1965 quarters are common and only worth 25 cents, but a small number of them are rare and can be worth thousands. Look for silver ones, coins in perfect condition, or those with mint errors like wrong blanks or doubling. Use simple tools to inspect your coins, and always be gentle when handling them. The more you learn about coins, the better your chances of finding something valuable. Many people throw away or spend coins without knowing what they have. With a little patience and attention, you might just find a rare 1965 quarter sitting in your pocket or coin jar. Coin collecting can be fun. The 1992 D Washington quarter is a coin that most people see every day. It looks like any regular 25-cent piece, but some collectors like to check their coins closely because sometimes these coins can be worth more than face value. The D in 1992 D stands for the Denver Mint, which is where the coin was made. In 1992, the U.S. Mint made millions of these quarters for regular use. Most of them are still worth just 25 cents today, but a few can be special if they are in great condition or have rare mistakes, called mint errors. First, it's good to know what this coin is made of. The 1992 D quarter is not made of silver. Quarters stopped being made with silver in 1964. Since then, they've been made with a mix of copper and nickel, called clad coins. If your 1992 D quarter looks shiny like silver, that is normal. It is not real silver, just nickel on the outside. Because it's not silver and not very old, the coin is usually not worth much unless it has something unusual about it. Now, let's talk about how some 1992 D quarters can be worth more. One reason is if the coin is in super nice condition, like it just came from the mint and was never used. These are called mint state coins. Most coins that people use every day get scratches, dings, and lose their shine. But if a coin stays clean and smooth with no damage, it might be worth more to collectors. Coin experts use a number system from 1 to 70 to grade coins. A grade of 60 or more means it's in mint state. The higher the number, the better the condition. For example, a 1992 D quarter graded MS65 might be worth a few dollars. A quarter graded MS67 can be worth over $100. A coin in MS68 is very rare and might be worth even more, sometimes several $100s. But remember, this only happens if the coin looks perfect with no marks or wear. Another reason a 1992 D quarter can be worth more is if it has a mint error. A mint error means something went wrong when the coin was made. These mistakes don't happen often, and that's what makes them special. Some common errors include off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is not in the right place, or double dies, where letters or numbers look like they were printed twice. Some coins are made on the wrong metal blank, called a wrong planchet error. For example, a quarter might be made on a dime blank by mistake, which makes the coin smaller and lighter. Errors like these can be worth from $50 to a few $100s, depending on how big and rare the mistake is. To check for these things, you don't need fancy tools. A small magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe helps you look at the coin more closely. If you think your coin looks different or has an error, do not clean it. Cleaning a coin can make it lose value. Instead, keep it safe and show it to a coin dealer or send it to a grading company like pcgs or NGC. These companies are trusted by collectors, and they can tell you exactly what your coin is and how much it might be worth. It's also fun to know that coin collecting is like a treasure hunt. People all over the world look through their pocket change, old jars, or rolls of coins from the bank to find rare coins. This is called coin roll hunting. Even though most 1992 D quarters are not valuable, you might find one that's in perfect shape or has an error. Some people have found valuable coins just by paying close attention to the details. One way to tell if your 1992 D quarter might be special is to check for anything strange. Look at the letters, numbers, and edges. Are the letters doubled? Is the image off-center? Is the edge cut wrong? Does the coin look smaller or lighter than usual? These signs could mean you have an error coin. Another thing to check is how shiny and smooth the coin looks. If it looks new, with no scratches, it might be a high-grade mint state coin. It is also important to know that there are no known proof versions of the 1992 D quarter. Proof coins are made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. They are made at the San Francisco Mint and have an S mark. So if your 1992 quarter has a D mark, it is not a proof. But it can still be valuable for other reasons like grade or errors. Some people wonder if their 1992 D quarter might be silver, but this is very unlikely. Only quarters made before 1965 are silver, unless they are special collector's coins. If you have a 1992 D quarter that looks silver but has a copper-colored edge, it is just the normal clad version. Silver quarters do not have the copper stripe on the edge. If you really want to check, you can weigh the coin. A regular clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. A silver one would weigh about 6.25 grams. But again, the 1992 D quarter was not made in silver for regular use. The 1983 P Washington quarter is one of those coins from your pocket change that might not seem special at first, but there's a reason collectors are always on the lookout for it. While most 1983 quarters are worth just 25 cents, a few of them, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, can be worth big money today. Let's explore in simple and easy words why this quarter is important, what to look for, and how much it might be worth if you find the right one. In 1983, the U.S. Mint made quarters using copper-nickel clad, not silver. These were regular coins made for everyday use. The Philadelphia Mint made over 673 million quarters in 1983, so most are common. But here's the catch, in 1982 and 1983, the U.S. Mint did not make mint sets for collectors. That means most coins from those 2 years were used in regular circulation, and very few were saved in perfect condition. Because of that, it's very hard to find a 1983 P quarter that looks brand new or is in mint state, no scratches or wear. This makes high-grade 1983 P quarters more valuable than usual. So why is the 1983 P quarter worth money? There are two big reasons. First, a coin in top condition, mint state, is hard to find, so collectors are willing to pay more for it. Second, there is a famous mint error known as the spitting eagle variety, and that's the one that can bring in the big bucks. Let's talk about the spitting eagle. On the back of the quarter, there's an eagle with its wings spread. On some 1983 P quarters, there's a small raised line coming out of the eagle's beak. It looks like the eagle is spitting, and that's why collectors call it the spitting eagle. This happened because of a small crack in the die, the tool that stamps the coin. This error makes the coin more valuable and fun for collectors to find. If you find a 1983 P quarter with the spitting eagle error, and it's in good shape, it can be worth $50, $100, or even more, depending on condition. If it's in mint condition, very shiny, no marks, the value can go even higher, sometimes several $100s. Even regular 1983 P quarters without the error can still be worth money if they are in high grade. For example, in MS65 condition, that means mint state with just minor marks, it could be worth around $20 to $40. In MS67 condition, it could go for $100 to $300 or more. A perfect MS68 is very rare and can be worth over $1,000. To find out if your 1983 P quarter is special, here are some easy steps. Check the front of the coin to see if it has a P mint mark, that means it was made in Philadelphia. Look at the back of the coin at the eagle's beak, is there a little line that looks like the eagle is spitting? If yes, you might have the spitting eagle variety. Look at the coin's condition, is it shiny with no scratches? The better the condition, the more it's worth. If you're not sure, use a magnifying glass or take a clear photo and show it to a coin expert or post it in a coin forum online. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can ruin its value. Just store it safely in a holder or soft pouch. If you think you have a rare or valuable 1983 P quarter, you can send it to a grading company like pcgs or NGC. They will check the coin, give it an official grade, and seal it in a protective case. This makes it easier to sell later and can raise its value. Many people are surprised to learn that a coin from the 1980s, not old, not silver, can still be worth hundreds or even thousands. But it's true. Coins like the 1983 P quarter are a great example of why you should always check your pocket change. Even though most are only worth a quarter, a rare error or high-grade coin could turn that 25 cents into big bucks. The 1979 Washington quarter is a common coin that many people have in their pocket change, old coin jars, or coin rolls. At first glance, it may look just like any other 25-cent coin, but some 1979 quarters can be worth more than face value, especially if they are in excellent condition or have special mint errors. Let's break it all down in simple, easy words so you can understand what to look for and how much your coin might be worth today. The 1979 Washington quarter was made at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The one made in Philadelphia has no mint mark, the one from Denver has a D, and the one from San Francisco has an S mint mark. You can find the mint mark on the front of the coin, called the obverse, just next to George Washington's ponytail. Most 1979 quarters were made for everyday use, so they are not rare. In fact, the U.S. Mint made hundreds of millions of these coins that year. Because of that, a regular 1979 quarter is usually worth only 25 cents if it has been used or shows wear. But some coins in perfect, mint condition or with mistakes can be worth more than face value. If your 1979 quarter is in mint state condition, meaning it looks brand new, no scratches or wear, it might be worth a few dollars to collectors. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. If your coin is graded MS65 or higher, it could be worth around $5 to $20, and even more in higher grades. The better the condition, the more money it can bring. Now, let's talk about errors and proof coins, because that's where some 1979 quarters can be worth big money. One kind of valuable coin is a mint error. These are coins that were made with mistakes at the mint. Some examples include coins that are off-center, coins that are double-struck, or coins that were made on the wrong metal blank, called a wrong planchet. If you find a 1979 quarter with one of these rare errors, it could be worth $50, $100, or even more, depending on how unusual the error is. Another type of valuable 1979 quarter is the proof coin. Proof coins are specially made for collectors. They are not meant for regular spending and have a shiny, mirror-like finish. They are made at the San Francisco Mint and have an S mint mark. Most 1979 S-proof quarters are worth about $2 to $5, but one type is worth more. In 1979, the U.S. Mint used 2 different types of S mint marks for the proof coins. These are called the Type 1 and Type 2 mint marks. Type 1 has a blob-like S that looks kind of weak. Type 2 has a clearer and sharper S shape. The Type 2 proof quarter is much rarer and can be worth $40 to $100 or more, especially in perfect condition. So how can you tell if your 1979 quarter is valuable? Start by checking for the mint mark. If there is no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia and is common. If there is a D, it was made in Denver and is also common. If there is an S, it is a proof coin. Look at the S closely to see if it is a Type 1 or Type 2. Then look at the condition of the coin. Is it clean and shiny? Does it have any scratches, marks, or wear? A coin with no damage is always worth more. You can also use a small scale to check the weight. A regular 1979 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it weighs more or less, it might be an error coin made on the wrong blank, which could make it valuable. If you think you have a special coin, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can scratch it and lower its value. Instead, keep it in a soft cloth or coin holder, and if you're serious, send it to a grading company like pcgs or NGC. They can grade the coin officially and tell you its market value. To sum it up, the 1979 Washington quarter is a common coin, and most are only worth 25 cents. But if you have one in perfect condition, with a rare error, or if it's a proof coin with the Type 2S mint mark, it could be worth much more. Always check your coins carefully, especially old ones you find in change or in jars at home. You never know, your 1979 quarter could be a hidden treasure.